Welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day around here. There's tons of big news today. This rundown is going out to Chris Kioski, who says he's been watching us since the G4 TV days. This rundown's all yours, buddy. Enjoy. Disney is getting ready to wreck it again. The studio has revealed the release date, synopsis, and full title for Wreck-It Ralph 2, the sequel to their video game-inspired 2012 animated movie. First up, the film is officially titled Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2, and as you might have guessed, the story will see the 80s arcade villain turned hero Ralph journey into the expansive universe of modern online gaming. Specifically, the official logo implies that the film will focus on mobile games, which seems like ripe territory for ridicule and humor. John C. Reilly and Sarah Silverman will reprise their roles as Ralph and his glitchy kart racing sidekick Vanellope, and other popular characters from the first film will be back as well. As for when you'll be able to see it, Wreck-It Ralph 2 will break theaters on March 9th, 2018. It's no surprise that Disney wants to make a sequel, given that the first film earned almost $500 million and had the biggest opening ever for an animated Disney movie, at least until Frozen was released a year later. Speaking of which, Disney is also working on a sequel to that film, but they haven't named a release date, so don't expect them to let it go for at least a few more years. Some of the paid DLC for Watch Dogs 2 is being given away for free, and no, it's not because of hackers. Ubisoft has decided to make all of the game's upcoming multiplayer modes free to anyone who's already purchased the game. The Showdown update, which was originally going to be part of the paid No Compromise DLC, will now be available separately as a free download, giving players 3 new competitive multiplayer modes. Ubisoft says they're making it free because they want everyone to be able to participate, and also because the community has been asking for more multiplayer content in general. When the game launched last year, its online component was plagued with glitches and bugs, which have since been fixed, so hopefully the new free content will help make amends. As for upcoming single-player DLC, that will still cost you, but Ubisoft is adding extra missions in order to fill the gap left by the now free multiplayer content. All the new stuff will begin rolling out on April 17th, with more DLC packs coming in May and June. If you love jump scares and are terrified of clowns, whatever floats your boat. Warner Brothers has released the first trailer for It, their new movie based on the best-selling 1986 Stephen King novel of the same name. Like the book, the movie takes place in the fictional town of Derry, Maine, where a sinister sewer-dwelling shape-shifting entity known as It returns every 27 years to devour children. The main characters band together to stop it, which is where the filmmakers have made one big change. In the book, the story unfolds simultaneously across 2 separate time periods, focusing on the same group of characters as children and as adults, but the film will only feature the parts with them as children. This essentially means they're cutting out half the novel, which could be a problem given that the time-jumping narrative structure is one of the coolest things about it. We'll have to wait until the film surfaces in theaters on September 8th to find out if It floats. If It's a success, the filmmakers have already stated that they hope to make a sequel using the other half of the book. If you're not crazy about the look of the Nintendo Switch, get a load of this. YouTube user Tetzanzone has uploaded a video showing off a custom-made Nintendo Switch dock, which is basically a hollowed-out Nintendo 64. No, it doesn't actually run N64 games. The custom rig lets you slip the Switch screen into where the N64 cartridges should go, outputting the signal to the TV just like the regular Switch dock. This probably means that a perfectly good Nintendo 64 was destroyed, which breaks our hearts a little. The other downside is that there isn't enough space to plug in the Joy-Con controllers while the system is docked, so they won't be able to charge with the rest of it. It seems unlikely that Nintendo will ever sell an official version of the Switch dock that comes in a different shape like this one, so if you want to jazz up your Switch dock without doing too much work, you'll have to stick with the skins that are already available. And for all of you Switch owners that have already finished saving the Land of Hyrule, one of the most popular new game franchises might be coming to the system. The car soccer game Rocket League may come to the Nintendo Switch. In a recent interview with IGN, Jeremy Dunham, the vice president of developer Psyonix, revealed that they're currently looking at the Switch and are evaluating the technical requirements that would be needed to bring the game to the system. He adds that they're also looking to see how much of a demand there is for it within the Rocket League community, so if fans want it, they'll try to make it happen. Dunham says it's still too early to say, so we'll let you know if more details come in. They might actually want to think twice about adding new players. Rocket League has been experiencing server outages lately, making it difficult for players to join matches. In an open letter, Psyonix CEO Dave Hagewood apologized for the issues, saying that they're a result of a recent spike in the number of people playing. They promise to have everything fixed soon. Samsung wants to set the world on fire with their next big smartphone, but hopefully not literally this time. Earlier today at their big Samsung Unpacked event, the tech giant unveiled their new flagship smartphone, the Galaxy S8 and bigger S8 Plus. There are some new features like an AI assistant and a next-gen version of the compatible Gear VR headset, but basically this is a phone, so you know what to expect. The big story here is that the S8 is Samsung's first big device launch since last year's disastrous Galaxy Note 7, which was recalled and then discontinued after defective batteries caused the device to catch fire and in some cases literally explode. Samsung is obviously hoping that the Galaxy S8 will help restore customer confidence. It hits stores April 21st. Blizzard is making one of its most popular games more like its most popular game. The massive 2.0 update for the free-to-play MOBA Heroes of the Storm enters beta today. The update will overhaul and change many features, with the biggest being player progression and how new upgrades and loot are given out. When players leveled up before, they would earn in-game currency that could be used to buy new upgrades. Now, when you level up, you'll get a loot chest that contains a random assortment of items, both common and rare. This is similar to the reward system in Overwatch, which is Blizzard's most popular game right now. It's also worth pointing out that psychologically, when players earn random items from loot drops, they're more likely to get addicted to a game, similar to what happens to people who are addicted to gambling. You'll just have to decide for yourself if you want to go there. The new update for Heroes of the Storm will begin rolling out for all players soon. And speaking about games that make you grind for loot, new details have come in about Destiny 2. Bungie officially announced the sequel earlier this week with an image and teaser trailer promising to give it a full unveiling tomorrow, but that hasn't stopped other studios from revealing new intel about the game. Sony has uploaded their own version of the teaser trailer to the official PlayStation YouTube channel, revealing that the game will have timed exclusive content on the PS4. This means new DLC, including weapons, armor, and story missions, will likely be available first on the PS4 before finding their way to the Xbox One, but we'll have to wait for more precise details from Bungie themselves. Timed exclusive content is one of the most annoying things about console gaming, and several publishers have already stopped doing it. We'll have more on Destiny 2 after the big unveiling tomorrow. And that wraps us up for the rundown today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Make sure you check out some of the other cool content we have on the channel. And if you dig it, subscribe, all right? We'll see you tomorrow.